we're reflecting on this idea of refuge. Not just the kind of refuge that is shelter or safety, but existential refuge. Refuge of the spirit. So we're asking, how does that need manifest for you in your life? And where do you find it? And how do you offer it? I don't think we're going to be able to answer all of those questions tonight. They're monumental. But this is a space for you and for us to explore that as common members of society. So many of the texts from the pieces tonight have religious sources. They're liturgical, or they are scriptural, or they are of someone's personal testimony to their faith. But this is not, by any means, an exploration limited to those of faith. The need for refuge is universal. And I think that more than anything else tonight is what we hope is communicated. Everyone needs refuge. From the moment we're born, we are in need. And even in our most independent, we have to remember that we stand on many, many shoulders. So, how does this need for refuge manifest in your life? It could just be feeling alone, or feeling hurt, or not knowing what to do. Ultimately, it's our most terrible commonality, facing death. But when we have the strength, we turn our gaze out into the rest of the world and we see great pain. There's war, political instability, injustice, and no one of us can hold all of this at once. So then, where do you find refuge? Where do you turn when we face that we must continue, and yet we are in need of comfort and strength? Many of us turn to our loved ones, our families, our partners, our communities. Perhaps just the knowledge that there are people out there in the world fighting for good. Perhaps God, or a sense of divine purpose. Perhaps even something like quantum mechanics, or some kind of notion that nothing can happen in any other way than it does. But when you find it, you know that even in difficult times, you can return to it. When the plane we're riding feels like it's failing, you have an oxygen mask. And perhaps that is necessary before we can most effectively ask, how do I offer refuge to others? I give to charity, I mentor youth, I accompany the lonely, I make sandwiches for the hungry. These are wonderful. But also simply, I'm present for my children. I create beauty in the world through music and art. I bear my own burdens. I practice kindness. I forgive myself for my inadequacies. All of these are also offering refuge to others. So tonight, let us take a peek together. Partway through the concert, we're going to hear from a representative of MedGlobal about their work around the world, offering refuge to vulnerable communities. And while I hope that you are able to give generously to support this work, the greatest gift you can give tonight is to be fully present, your full attention. We will give you ours in return, and together we can be nourished for the journey.